People are chatting away. Big C, Joe Pedro, Kitsune Mike. Marisol's here. And I think we are live. Yeah?
Yeah, we should be live.
Hey, everyone. It's Thursday, and it's the AM chat coming at you in Houston, Texas, y'all. Here in rainy Houston tonight. It's been raining for several hours, and it will continue rain, apparently, all night long. But welcome, everyone. Welcome to our stream, Anime Matsuri stream. If you haven't done so, please like this video, start commenting and chatting away. If you do have some questions, we'll be happy to answer as best we can during the live. And welcome, everyone. If you have not even done so, please subscribe to this channel right now by hitting that bell button so you can get further notifications and any updates about our channel. Okay, everyone, welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? And where are you tuning in from? And what are you eating or drinking? Let me know. Hi, everyone. I'm Deneice Lee, founder and chairman of Anime Matsuri. And with me is this and Mr. Lee here.
And I'm John Lee. Nice to meet you guys. Thank you for joining us on this rather rainy evening.
Yes, quite
It's
rainy.
a little late.
It's cool though.
But it's been raining all day, and apparently it's going to rain tomorrow too here in Houston.
All week.
Oh, all week?
Yes.
Okay, well, at least the sky should get the rain out of its system now.
The earth needs it, I suppose.
Yeah, so when we hit July,
No
rain. But thank you for joining us. This is our Thursday chat. This is where we talk about everything Anime Matsuri, everything in the planning, how everything is coming together, announcements. You get to see behind the scenes of how the convention is put together and what we're doing on the road to the convention.
And we get to hear your feedback and input too. So we've been actually taking notes on what you guys have been suggesting too. So thank you so much for that.
That's right. The convention is on July 8th through the 11th at the George R. Brown Convention Center in downtown Houston. It's going to be fantastic. It looks like it's going to be a big turnout. It's exciting. And we're excited. We're the first major event at the George R. Brown Convention Center this year.
First.
And that's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
We have tons of artists, vendors, programming.
And a bunch of things that you haven't seen before. And we're going to talk about some of those things that even new things. As you can see, this Ava right in front of me, yes, is part of the exhibition that we're going to be putting together for you guys at the show in our exhibitor hall, and specifically in exhibitor hall E next to Shibuya Crossing for this unit, among others. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're enjoying this is a work of art. This is definitely something from Prime One Studios. This is a sculptured, magnetic actually too, statue, and it's incredible up close. So you guys will be able to see it up close come the convention as well. So definitely look forward to this among others that are going to be there. Oh my gosh. So everyone so far that's joining us, thank you so much. Big C was the first here. Several of you have been joining us for a long time, like Joe Pedro. And thank you so much, Kitsune Mike. Marisol, welcome again. Big C, Sanchez Miku, who's getting married with Final Fantasy themed wedding. 88er Man is here. Gosh. Archangel of Life, thank you so much. Leonidas, yes, thank you for joining us. Taco Snake, Steven, welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us so far. Please welcome everyone that's new. And if you have suggestions for the newcomers, which apparently we have a lot of first timers coming to the convention, not just first time at Anime Matsuri, but first time ever at an anime convention. So we've been getting a lot of messages and DMs about questions, and even awesome, by the way, that you guys are interacting on the app. I joined the conversation today on the app, or was it yesterday? And everyone is chatting away, which is amazing. Telling each other, high fiving each other, liking and commenting away. So we really appreciate you guys actually interacting in the app. So that's amazing. And that is part of our amazing future of the app. So please do so. There's all kinds of questions and comments and things that you look forward to, and just getting excited with each other, and actually even some questions, serious questions too, about what to do, where to go, and joining your panels or whatnot. So all kinds of conversations going on in there as well. But we also have our official group. So if you guys on Facebook and whatnot, so if you haven't done so, you can join that. A lot of new people are joining that group right now, and we're seeing numbers increase everywhere in terms of following. So we really appreciate it. Talk about AM even more. This will be our 15th anniversary event, and we have something really special lined up for you, because that's the new stuff that we're going to be adding.
Yes, as a matter of fact, yes, it is. And speaking of suggestions, last live stream, if you remember, Big C had a suggestion. He asked, or he thought it would be a great idea if we had a quiet room.
Mm-hmm.
And for anyone, the convention is pretty loud. Everywhere around the convention is pretty loud. On the third floor, there's
active.
Yes, there's gaming there. In the pre-function area on the second floor, there's LARP, and then there's the karaoke lounge, and on the first floor, it's all the exhibitors. So yeah, the convention can get pretty overwhelming. There's lots of stuff going on now. For anybody that wants some quiet time, is feeling a little overwhelmed with everything, he suggested a quiet room, and that's what this is. And
that's a great suggestion.
And we have added a quiet room to the layout,
Yep.
and this will be on the third floor, room 381. This will go live on the next update of the app, which is supposed to go live on Sunday, and you will see
newest
there.
Update, yes.
Yes, and you will see there. 381 is going to be now our quiet room, and we'll see how this goes. And maybe it's something that we can just keep there, and we can have there every year. So for anyone, if you want a little bit of quiet time, away from the madness, room 381.
Some of our staff will just peep in there once in a while to make sure everything's okay and whatnot. But you guys is a really, really enjoyable space, I guess, to go away from all the activities and loud features of the convention. So that is a wonderful idea, and so we did add that to our map layout, and it's going to be updated in the app itself. So that's great.
Wonderful. Okay. Now, speaking of updates, for the app, we have a sneak peek at a few things. First, let's go over our tournament schedule for the tabletop gaming.
I don't think they're aware that tabletop gaming is going to take place.
Oh no, well, we discussed this last time. So tabletop gaming is still a work in progress. It's not finalized, but at least we have a tentative schedule of what the tournaments, and this is just half of everything. So we have two separate companies running tabletop gaming, and this is so let's get into this so you can see. All right, here we go. Can you guys see this?
I think I can. All right. Tabletop gaming. That's the TTG there.
So the first thing that I'm sure you guys can see from here is the decision to put tabletop gaming in its own breakout room. We were considering having it in the exhibit hall versus in a breakout room, right? And we asked you guys, and we asked a bunch of people this question: where would it be? The difference is in the exhibit hall, it's more exposed to people. People can see where it is.
Walking back and forth.
Walking back and forth, and you can check it out. But it's a little noisy and whatnot, and it's also limited to exhibit hall hours. The exhibit hall shuts down at 7 p.m. It being in a breakout room on the third floor, like its own room, then this
can last until midnight.
Yeah, this room doesn't go by the exhibit hall hours,
right.
And it's quieter, right? So here on Friday you have Yu-Gi-Oh! Advanced Format Tournament at 2 p.m. and at 4 p.m. Pokemon TCG Standard Format, which is at 3 p.m. Magic the Gathering Modern Horizons 2 Booster Draft at 3:30 p.m. That's on Friday. On Saturday, follows the same pattern. Same, so you have Yu-Gi-Oh! At 2 and 4 p.m., Pokemon 3 p.m., and Magic the Gathering at 3:30 p.m. And on Sunday, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is at 10:30 a.m. and Magic the Gathering is at 11 a.m. So this is a tentative schedule for the tournaments. Now, obviously, we're still we haven't announced this officially on the website or anywhere yet. You guys are just seeing this.
WIP.
Yes, this is work in progress, and you're seeing it for the first time. If you have any comments, just let us know. When this should be ready to announce, I think hopefully it might go live with the next update on Sunday. If not, it will be next week, and you'll have all the prices, all the rules and all the information and whatnot that you would need.
And there's some cool prizes, I hear.
Yeah. So anyway, tabletop gaming would be in room 370. That's on the third floor.
Third level, and it's gonna be about 6,000 square foot room. So it's quite lovely. And it's one of the first rooms that you'll see, coming across from the sky bridge of the Hilton Americas. After you pass the arcade, section of that third floor. So if you're looking from the convention center at the convention center, or it's to your right, nearest to Hilton Americas. So room 370 on level 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I hope you guys, like Leonidas here is saying, he's going to be packing his God cards. You should, I guess, if you're going to be joining the tournaments here. So there you go. It's going to be exciting, I guess, for those who are really into tabletop gaming. There's a place for it as well. So awesome. We're adding it as, per your requests, guys. So here's something that, we are definitely doing now. And the tournaments are on for tabletop.
Right. So there's still, in regards to tabletop gaming, there's still more information coming, which is pretty cool. I'm sure for anyone that wants to get into tournaments or just play casually, you'll be pretty happy with what we have together, what we've put together for you this year. I'm pretty excited about this too. Room 370 is going to be pretty interesting. Okay, so now let's go back to talking about the night festival, right?
Well, it's maybe not so night anymore.
Well,
outdoor festival.
So this, we've been talking about this for months?
Months.
And honestly,
since the beginning of the year, actually.
In-house, we've been planning this for, I don't know, at least a couple of years, maybe more than that.
We've been wanting this for a long time.
And again, if you're not familiar with this what you're looking at right now, this is Discovery Green Park. This is across the street from the convention center. So this is just directly across from the convention center. And Avenida, which is the street between the convention center and this park, is called Avenida. That street will be shut down for us for the convention, just to make it safer for people going back and forth, so there's no traffic. And we're going to put the food trucks, or at least some of the food trucks, on Avenida. So you can come right outside the convention center and there's food trucks right there. And if you just go past the food trucks, you will see the park. Right now, the park is pretty large. It's divided into several sections.
Several lawns.
Yeah, what we're looking at right now is the Grace Lawn on the left side.
Looking out from the convention center.
Yeah, looking out from the convention center, right there. That's Grace Lawn.
Near again, towards the Hilton Americas side.
Yeah, so the Hilton Americas will be on the left side of this picture. That's the Hilton Americas. All the way on the right side, that's the Marriott Marquis. But the idea was to do something outdoors, an outdoor event, like an outdoor Japanese festival, with the Japanese lanterns and with just festival games and more cultural programming. That was the key. And for for many years, for
Because
those,
Matsuri does mean festival.
yeah, for those that have attended Anime Matsuri even in the past, we've we've brought many cultural performances, more cultural guests, so more cultural than pop culture. Different like things like we had for a couple of years. We had samurai performances, we had shamisen performances, and yeah, we brought people from Japan for these things. We've had like tea ceremonies and calligraphy and more. And it's been fantastic. Um, but we've been to the night festivals in Japan, especially in Tokyo, and they're amazing. The atmosphere is amazing, and we thought the cultural stuff would make more sense if we put it in the setting of a night festival. Now, yes, in Houston we have a Japan festival, which is at Herman Park.
Herman Park
Herman Park, but that's
in
more of a
downtown.
daytime thing.
Yeah, it ends about 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So it starts in the morning and it just ends about 6. So it's more of a daytime thing. We were thinking of doing this. The idea was to do this to make it a nighttime thing, right? Where we can turn on the lanterns. So
And
it
because
gets dark.
Anime Matsuri life happens at night too. So a lot of things, like you guys come out at night and are more energetic at night, some of you. So
Yes, that's right. So that this was the idea. This was the foundation of the idea, and also we wanted things like a beer garden, for example, and to serve Japanese beer, which is something that I we haven't seen before here in Houston. An outdoor beer garden, Asahi, Sapporo, and
there's some restaurants that do it in their own
yeah,
area
yeah, those beers are served. I'm saying not in the context of something like this, outdoor
with a
at night.
festival.
Yeah, with a festival.
Hmm.
Right? And it took a long time to put all this together, and it started coming together slowly, and it's a big undertaking. But I mean, I'm happy to say that here we are. It's over a month to the convention, and I mean, this it's this is not a formal announcement because I know we talk about this almost every stream, and every time we talk about an aspect of it, right? Here's we've added this, and we've got that, and we've got that. So the our contracts with the park, that's done. We have the beer garden. It's finalized. Almost the entire thing has been finalized. But what you guys don't know, and what we're going to show you now, is a tentative schedule. Most likely, the schedule will be like this, like as a final schedule. But the schedule of the main stage. So as you see the park here, at the very end, facing us, will be the main stage. So that would be the main stage, and on there, it's like it's a pretty big stage. We'll have cultural performances up on that stage, right? The festival opens up at 4 p.m. and it goes all the way up to 11 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Which is fantastic.
There is something to do on Thursday, guys. It's going to be this pretty cool event happening as well, and we're going to also kick it off with an opening ceremonies at the festival on Thursday here on the lawn of Discovery Green. So it's going to be really cool.
Oh, Rum05. Will there be giant robots? Wait a second. There you go. Here's a giant robot here. We have one here. Oh, well, maybe it's not a robot, but well, you can pass for a robot, kind of.
It sure can. It's big enough.
Yeah. But Rum05, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You are pretty awesome. Big supporter. Thank you. You guys, you make all this possible, and honestly, how far we've come, especially after last year, and just everything we've put together
been with us.
Yeah, we've I feel like we've gone through this together, and we meet here on Thursdays and just talk about the convention and what you can expect and how the convention is coming together, exciting things. And
There's already a question about the festival side. So Ball Rando is asking, will the booths be cash or card or both? Is
yeah,
the question.
yes, both, both. Everything here would function on the basis of tickets, just like, you
Tickets.
know, I guess any festival.
Festival
You
tickets.
just go buy tickets,
Like
and you can use those tickets to play the
it'll
games,
be
or
custom Anime Matsuri festival
yeah, or
tickets.
buy food, or whatever it is that you want. Yeah. So that's and there was earlier. Big C asked a question: will there be non-alcoholic drinks? Yes, there will be non-alcoholic
There will be a
drinks.
tent
So
specifically for that.
yes, there's ramen, and
Some Japanese
the
drinks.
Japanese drinks, the sodas.
But you
There'll-
have also Tea House right next
Well,
door
yeah, this
in
well
front of
yeah,
Avenida.
yeah. Tea House isn't technically part of the festival,
Yes.
but Tea House is sort of. I mean, it's just literally just
Part of the
across the street.
vendors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, there'll be that. We'll have Japanese snacks as well, Pocky, and all the good stuff. So yes, there'll be plenty of options for anyone that wants any non-alcoholic beverage, or just snacks or whatnot. And the food trucks are there. We have tons and tons of food from the food trucks.
Mm-hmm.
So in this area, there's plenty of food and drinks. Yeah,
Options. There will
many,
be
many, many.
options.
You know,
And yes, you can bring, the food trucks food, inside as you're eating and whatnot too inside the festival. So it's really like an outdoor, festival that you guys normally go to, but this time it is very cultured. It's very eccentric for Anime Matsuri's feature and highlight. Yeah.
yeah.
We
Um,
have a program too.
Yeah, this whole so the whole what you see right here, this whole thing will be fenced off,
Hmm.
and this wouldn't be open until it opens up at 4.
Right.
Here, I remember this. So this is the map that we showed you guys. This gives you a better idea of there the red thing on the left there. That's the beer garden, and you see the Grace event lawn.
You can imagine the undertaking that this is going to take place. So as John mentioned, it's fenced off, and we do have to secure it for the nighttime as well. So there's a lot involved, and this is why it took so long to
Yes,
get to
yes.
where it is.
Yeah, it's our entire, it's an entire team. We had to build an entire new department for this.
Yes,
Nan Lee, if you're watching, that's
that's you and your
yeah,
team.
that's the head of this department, and he has a ton of people under him. Isabel, you and your team, that's going to handle all the games, and I mean, there's a lot of people involved in making this work. And it's you might wonder, is like, I mean, this year, as challenging as this year
Do we
is,
have to do it? Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we didn't have to do it this year, but on the other hand, I think we did. People,
It's challenging,
everyone
but it
wants,
is.
everyone wants happiness, wants a party, wants something, um something grand. Yes, we didn't have to do it this year. We could have just said, oh, we'll just do it next year, right? When everything is 100% back to normal. But I think it's equally as important this year,
Absolutely.
right?
Especially for us. I mean, I know we've been, doing these streams and whatnot, and we rolled over not just for 1 year but 2 year. I know that was a bonus for many people, but at the same time, we want to give back more because the community needs to stay together and be stronger, and to actually even promote what we do is the cultural side of everything. So we want to remain that way, and have a significant, like, it's also our 15th anniversary,
Yeah, yeah.
so we want to add something new, and hopefully this will go well so that we can move along into the future and expand this. So this is the goal that we have, and our one of our dreams was to create this festival outside.
Yes. So this is the foundation. This is the beginning of this. As next year, depending on how this goes, and we have a pretty good idea of how this is going to go this year. You guys are going to love it, and this will expand. It'll become bigger next year, and we'll just expand. So at some point, Anime Matsuri will be, we have the GRB and we have Avenida, and then we'll take over the entire park, right?
Why
It'll be
not?
just, why not? That's our weekend, right? So for one weekend a year, the city of Houston, I mean, there's tons of stuff going on, and I guess, different events and different demographics have their weekends. This is going to be our weekend, right? So downtown Houston, that area, that's the AM weekend, and we get to celebrate the things that we love with the people that we love and with friends, and we get to be ourselves.
You guys get a reunion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of sorts, with everyone, and all the cosplays that are going to go on, and all the meetups, and you guys get to shop and eat, and just see new things. So we're looking forward to it. Sam W, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. He says, can we upgrade our regular badge to a super pass at pickup? Greetings from Seattle, Washington. This will be my second time attending. Thank you for attending AM for the second time from Seattle, Washington. Excellent. And no, unfortunately, you cannot upgrade to super pass at the door. If anything, you have to message us to get a specific upgrade link.
Yeah.
Before the con.
Yes, correct. Send an email to info@animematsuri.com, and then we'll see what we can do to help out. Typically, we don't usually do this, but
we normally don't upgrade like this.
Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll do the best we can.
And speaking of Super Pass, we will be announcing Super Pass holders. If you're joining us tonight on the chat, we will be emailing you shortly for a video,
new Zoom.
The new Zoom meeting that we're going to be having with you very soon. So we should probably have that email sent out by Monday.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Right. The Dragon's Treasure. Looking forward to being a vendor.
Yay!
Will we have access to electricity? Yes, you will have access to electricity.
Your email goes out tomorrow.
Yeah, and a bunch of other things that you might need. Anything that you might need from the decorator, from the convention center. Yes, you will have access to that. The email goes out tomorrow to all vendors, and in that email, you will have information on whatever it is that you might need.
And why he's asking that, guys, is also because maybe many of you have gone to conventions, anime conventions that are hotel based, and sometimes they have electricity already in there. But we're in a convention center, which is also operated by different unions and whatnot, and you have to get your own electricity or extra internet if you need it. That goes the same thing for us as well. So things like that is extra. So yes, we'll be sending that information out to you ASAP for the vendors, and also for artists too, because Artist Alley is also on the 3rd floor this year. It's been moved, and it's permanently moved here on for from now on and years to come, because it's gotten bigger. It's expanded.
That's right. Yes, it has gotten bigger.
Have you guys downloaded our app, by the way? If you haven't, please download the app. A lot of stuff is on there. We're talking about exhibitors, artists that are participating so far this year, that are, again, slowly being updated still every few days. So please make sure to download the app for that. But not only that, it has the schedule. The programming schedule is only available on the app, and it's so interactive, like I mentioned earlier, and it's just amazing. You can get all the maps available. You know exactly where your booths are, vendors and artists, and you guys get to know like who's participating, what kind of, their description, their location, everything. You can even buy your badges on the app. You can book your hotel on the app. And you can create your own schedule. So you can interact with other attendees and hosts and guests and stuff like that are on the app. So everyone make a profile, say yes to the push notifications, because we will be doing push notifications, throughout the convention as well, and prior to and even after the convention. So we'll be utilizing this app year round.
Yeah, and if you're just joining, I mentioned earlier the next big update. The app is updated almost every day, but the next big update will be on Sunday, and that update will have information about tabletop gaming. It'll have things things that we've changed on the map, like the quiet room has been added, and it'll have the cosplay gatherings. The meetups will be live starting.
You guys were asking about that.
Yeah, starting Sunday. So that, I know we have, we already have a bunch of meetups that the programming team is going through. I know there's Demon Slayer. I know there's Vocaloid. There's there's JoJo Bizarre's Adventure. Well, you'll see them. Yeah, you'll see them.
And also, by the way, we worked really hard on this app. We didn't have to create an app, but we did during this pandemic. We updated it and upgraded it and added really new cool icons. As you can see, it's Godzilla icons and our new Mirai and Racing Miku icons on there, just for you guys, and change things around. The whole layout's been changed in terms of what the exhibit hall used to look like, because we don't have that hall A this year for the first floor. So new things, new upgrades, new additions and changes. So please be sure to download the app.
Yeah, Orihime-chan, when will the menu for the food trucks be happening? So all the food trucks right now,
we're waiting on the list.
Yes, they have. We've sent out information to all of them, and we're waiting for them to send us back their menus. And I'm sure, I'm sure they're finalizing their menus.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not used to anyone asking them
This
a month
advance.
before the event, hey, what are you going to be selling? Maybe they might have an idea of what they're going to sell, but how much are they going to sell it for? And, we've told them you don't have to put the pricing if you don't want to, because, that's subject to change. You might say, I don't know, something's like
supplies
$5.
are different.
And then, so if we've told them that if you don't want to put the pricing, you don't have to, but at least let's try to get in there what you're selling, and
as soon as everyone, or as many of them as we can, get them in for us. And also I was told by a couple of food vendors that they're changing their menu. They're also updating the pictures that they have from the past, so you can imagine the amount of things that they're adjusting to as well, because events are starting to happen again. So like us, so it's the first time that they're part of an app, so they're excited about that, seeing themselves in the app, vendors included and artists, which is amazing. And knowing exactly where they're going to be during the convention is a new thing for them, through an app, because usually if anything, an app has, like convention apps will have lists of things, not like so intuitive where you just go in and click where you're going to be, where the booth is exactly where it's supposed to be on the map. So it's extremely sophisticated. And so we work really hard on that app, and we hope that you guys are sharing what you're doing and what you're going to be participating in. You can even share your own schedule with your friends and whatnot. So, whether you screen cap it or even hit that share, you can even rate things, which is amazing. So cool stuff happening in the app. So make sure to have that. Rom05, thank you for the $5 super chat with the thumbs up. Good job. Excellent. We really appreciate you, Rom0.
Thank you so
Another
much.
beer for him, guys.
I know. So many beers. We're gonna buy you beers at the convention.
Jason Nguyen, thank you for the $5 super chat. Final Fantasy cosplay is ready for Miku's wedding, as well as my Joker cosplay for P5. Can't wait for what's that?
Persona 5. Yeah.
Yes, can't wait for the excitement, and sleep is for the week.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sleep is for the week.
That weekend, because I need to sleep.
Team no sleep.
Team no sleep. We are that team. So we really appreciate you guys so much. Every dollar that you guys do on the super chat goes directly back to you, and for our organization and planning of the convention. So we really appreciate it. Excellent.
Yes, excellent. And there's a question here. Kitsune Mike, any word on a place to hang out on Thursday before the concert, super pass holder or otherwise? Okay, yes. So Thursday is going to be a very interesting day.
We're adding something extremely exciting for a lot of you, especially some super pass holders. You might get an exclusive area.
So we are
Are we going to say anything about that yet?
well-
No, don't want to say anything about that yet.
Well, I mean, we could we could give you an insight of what we're planning on Thursday, but don't take this as an announcement.
Do
Okay.
not.
Okay, remember,
I
and,
promise.
and let's just keep this. I know this is on YouTube, so I'm sure
Oh my
a
gosh.
bunch of people are probably going to hear about this. But if we can, let's just wait for an official announcement. It's coming really, really soon, but everything has to be finalized.
You want the T's
the
crossed
ink
and-
has to dry on the
Yes.
paper for us to make this announcement. And this includes something that you're going to love on Thursday. Now, there's other things besides this, but this is one major thing on Thursday, right? There's going to be plenty of things for you to do on Thursday. Don't worry about it. So when you look at the schedule on the app right now, there's just the K-pop concert. That's it. But that is going to change quite a bit, right?
Yes. So this Thursday schedule will be adjusted too, as we get, more added events. Let's just put it that way.
That's right. And we know there's going to be a lot of people on Thursday. We already know this.
Oh yeah.
The
You know
Marriott,
how we know?
Yeah.
Because the hotels are telling us.
Yeah, the Marriott Marquis is sold out. And I mean on Thursday is gone. There's no more
Done.
rooms on Thursday at the Marriott Marquis. So we know there's going to be a bunch of people. And judging by what's going on at the Hilton as well, there's going to be a ton of people on Thursday, right? On Thursday, you can pick up your badges
Starting at noon.
Yeah, starting at noon, and there's there's stuff for you to do before the convention kicks off.
And
into high gear on Friday.
I highly recommend if you are coming Thursday, anybody would like to do even a cosplay meetup on Thursday, we welcome that, and we can put it in the schedule for Thursday as well. But there will be something, again, the festival is starting at 4:00
Yeah.
on Thursday. So let's get to more talk about the festival real quick.
Well, so actually, before I get to that,
Okay.
I just want to mention something. So this year hosting an event of this kind,
Of our caliber, yeah.
isn't just a challenge for the logistics of the event itself, right? Because remember,
2 million square footage.
yeah, to make the event work now, right, in July. I mean, we started planning this, a while back, and we had to convince the city back then, even when
The pandemic was still high, yeah.
pandemic was still high and numbers were still high. We had to convince them, and we kind of like went back and forth negotiating this, even though we kind of knew things will get better by July, and our entire team. Where we've been meeting
Working.
up and we've been working on this regularly all this time. So there's that part of the convention, which was challenging enough. The other part is international travel and international guests. You can imagine how difficult it is. Now,
It's been a
in a
huge
normal
challenge.
year, a normal year, we fly in. So not including
Domestic guests.
no, just domestic guests or even from anyone from Korea. So
Or Europe.
When we brought A Pink in 2019, we had 30, almost 40 people
From A Pink's
from
team.
A Pink's team come from Korea.
And then another, 60 or so from Japan. So that's about 100,
Oh, way more than that. No. We had more
More than that?
On a normal year. We bring in, I mean, at least 100 people from Japan that have flown here.
Yeah.
And we're talking about just guests, their managers, their makeup artists, just the
Just their team,
entourage,
the
the
entourage.
different teams, and I mean, we have a really good relationship with ANA. ANA is our partner in this, and they've been flying our guests
For
from
several
Japan
years.
for years, and it's this year specifically is challenging, and the reason why is because here in the United States things are better. I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm sure you guys saw that Harris County, which is where we are, which is where the convention is going to be. That's this Houston, the middle of Houston. They have downgraded now their the little color things for the pandemic. It's now like one step.
Yellow.
Yes, yellow, which is,
It was red, then orange, and now yellow.
yeah, yellow, and this is it's probably going to downgrade again sometime in the next couple of weeks. So things here are getting, I mean, they're looking really, really good, right? People getting vaccinated,
Even
all the numbers are
children.
down, right? So here we're doing really well, but in Japan, not so much. So while over here, I think, what is it like? We've did almost 60% of adults or whatever, have been vaccinated. In
In
Japan,
America.
it's just 10%. I mean, they have dragged their feet in terms of vaccinations, and it has become, and they're hosting the Olympics, right? And they already announced that they're not letting any foreign visitors to the Olympic Games, which is crazy.
Yeah, and we, if you've been following us on our Instagram story, I mean, we had a meeting with the Consul General yesterday morning, about specifically about the situation in Japan, and and other things. But of course, this was one of the major things that we talked about.
Yeah, yeah. So travel from Japan specifically, and from Korea, from Taiwan, Hong Kong. I mean, it's a pain, right? And the big problem is this: it's they people can come freely here, right? They
And
can
you can
travel
get
here
vaccinated
from
here.
Japan. You can even get vaccinated. I mean, Texas is vaccinating tourists,
Foreigners.
foreigners. You can just come here and you can get the vaccine. The problem, though, is going back. So if you're flying back to Japan or Korea or any of these countries from here or from anywhere, it doesn't matter where, right? Because they're trying to discourage travel. So basically, Japan is saying, we don't want anybody to travel until we have,
The Olympics.
yeah, until we have our stuff under control, or after the Olympics, which is at the end of August, right? So you're trying to discourage travel. So when you go back, you have to quarantine for 2 weeks, right? There's a special area you have to, basically you have to quarantine for 2 weeks. Now you can imagine important guests, or if
Have
you're
work.
if you're a singer or an actor or something like that, right? Just you have work at 2 weeks. So first of all, you calculate the time that you're in Houston. So that's 1 week, right? You come here at AM, and now you have to add another 2 weeks just hanging out there,
Because they're
just
14
waiting, doing
hours
nothing.
in,
That's
there are 14-hour difference between in terms of, it takes 12 hours to travel here, direct flight.
yeah, that's so we're talking about 3 weeks, right? Just
Nearly 3
taking
weeks.
taking off for 3 weeks, and that's brutal. Most people, most of them, can't do that. Now, their jobs won't allow them to do that.
Right.
So we've been trying for months to get exemptions, to figure out a way where they can be exempted from that 2 weeks quarantine. Now, they, a lot of our guests, they don't mind when flying back, taking the tests again, making sure they're negative and what. And the other part is this rule is regardless of if you've been vaccinated or not.
Yes. Yes, that's a big problem.
That's the problem. So now they're mass vaccinating in Japan, right? They just set up just a different part, like Tokyo Dome, and there's some
Finally.
big arenas, and they're going all out. And even the people that get vaccinated, right? If you come here and you go back, you still have to quarantine for 2 weeks, which is not what it is over here. Over here, you don't need to quarantine like that, right? But when you go back, you need to. And this is creating a problem. They want to come. So many companies want to come, but they have to get around this because they can't just not go to work for 2 weeks, right? And same thing with K-pop. I wish I could tell you who we signed up for this year to perform, and they want to perform. We've been planning this for since
A
last
long
year.
time.
Yeah. After 2019, after A-Pink was a hit at the convention, and
We were working on it already.
yeah, we're working on this already. They realize, oh, this is great. K-pop can work at an anime convention, and it's popular, and so why not? So back in 2019, we started working on the band for 2020, and we had a a few options. But now here we are, faced with this challenge. If they come and perform, when they go back, I mean, they have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and these are people that work every day.
Yep.
2 weeks is asking a lot.
A lot of time off.
But we're not the kind of people that give up. We don't give up. And as a matter of fact, I think that one of the reasons why the convention is where it is today, and it has become what it is today, is because we don't like to give up. And I mean, we push forward no matter what until we can't
It's a definite
move
no or something
anymore, right? We're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
So we've talked to so many people. We've talked to the Consul General of Japan, to the Mayor of Houston. We've talked to like the Consul General of Korea, and I mean, we're all over the place, trying to find a solution, to these problems. But we've told ourselves, no matter what happens,
we're going to do our best.
Yeah, we're going to do our best. We're going to give this our 110%, right? And I know, and we've had some, there's been some times, even some of our staff, they would say, well, you know what,
let's not.
Yeah, we're trying so hard. Do we have to do it this year? And, honestly, we don't, but we want to.
Got to give it all our all. So hopefully you guys are on board with that. And thank you so much for your patience in finalizing some of our guests, because again, it's a tricky year. Is unlike anything else that we've experienced on the planning and organization side as well. So, just people were furloughed, companies were closed, and now they're just starting back and reopening. And so we're finally getting, conversations and correspondences again going. And so it's even, with vendors and whatnot too. I mean, there's a whole bunch of issues that go on during the pandemic, and now that things are open and our event is open, things have to be rolling quickly. And so we really appreciate your patience. And
yes
so it's been a lot of work in progress, and it's been a challenge, but luckily you guys are here with us, and this is why we're discussing this openly about it, because it's been trying, but then again, it's going to be worth it if it works. So for you guys and for us, in terms of, working so hard trying to get this to happen. So we're just grateful that the event is happening, though, right?
Yes.
Everything that we've done so far, you guys can see it, on the app, and where things are headed, what our plans are, these live streams. Sometimes there's a challenge just to get here, because even with the weather, but we're doing it still, and hopefully you guys are with us when it comes to these kind of discussions and input that we're giving you from the standpoint of an organizer. So it's a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, and on the normal circumstances, that anything big at the event happening, we would give you guys plenty of notice. So if, like, the K-pop concert would be announced, probably a couple of months ago or something like that, or
usually it's way ahead. We wanted to do it much
and so that's the reason we don't want to announce something and then have to say, well, we can't do it. So instead, we're just going to wait until we know for sure that we can do it, and then announce it. And this is not about contracts or anything like that, because all contracts have been signed and agreements have been made.
And it's adjusted.
And adjusted and whatnot. But, it's, we have to be sensitive to everybody, because nobody knows. I mean, we feel for our Japanese guests and our Korean guests. We feel for them because they want to, but they don't know. They're just we're all here trying to find a way around something. They want to come and meet the fans.
And some of the musical guests, we have had to, even without you guys knowing it, change the groups that were going to come. And some of the major groups that were going to come now have to be moved to 2022.
Yeah.
So we have big plans for 2022 too, guys, because right after this event, we're gonna just let you know like what they are, like very soon after.
So you can imagine everyone or anyone that isn't or that can't make it.
Oh my gosh!
International guest to this event in
So many.
2021 is going to do it in 2022.
They're like,
So
we promise we're gonna be there.
yeah. So yeah, it's pretty crazy when it comes to that. But a lot of the Japanese companies understand this. This is why they've sent their stuff ahead of everything.
Godzilla.
Yeah, Godzilla. Look at Toho. Toho has sent all this stuff, right, just in case. Good Smile Racing, the same. Eastream. There's many companies that have sent their products over here just in case. I mean,
With
just in case they
studio.
can't make it, we can still put up their booth and
K-books, Yao.
and they can contribute to the event, even if the actual staff can't make it, just in
Right.
case they can't.
Right.
You still get to see everything. So whatever you see on the map right now, right, will be there for the convention, regardless of if the staff of that company can be here. And I think that takes a lot of trust. And it's a good relationship we've built over the years with some of these companies. And we're just glad and happy that even in a scenario like this, we can still put on a great show, for everybody. Now,
There's gonna be a lot to experience, guys.
yeah. Now, so back to Thursday.
Okay.
All right. Back to Thursday. So there's a couple of things in this shot that is going to be new.
Ready for
Right.
this?
All right.
This is official. Welcome to the Tenjin Festival. This is our night festival, outdoor festival. It's officially called
Tenjin Festival. This is what it's called, and you can check out what Tenjin means. Tenjin is like a sky god.
Sky God. Because we will see the sky.
Yeah, in Japan. We're pretty excited for this. Now, the main stage schedule. So there's different things happening in this festival. So this is the schedule for the main stage. These are all cultural things.
Outside.
So the taiko drums will open up. So at 4 o'clock, when it opens up, is the taiko performance, and this it symbolizes the opening of the festival, right? At 5 p.m. there's the shamisen performance, and if you guys know what the shamisen is, it's like the cultural Japanese string instrument. It's really awesome. You play great music. 6 p.m. sumo. I'll get to that in a second. 7 p.m. the kabuki performance. This is fantastic. We've been trying to do this for years, and finally we get to do it, and it is happening. So that's finalized. At 8 p.m. There's an encore taiko performance. At 9 p.m. the shamisen, and at 10 p.m. the kimono exhibition. Now there's stuff happening even in between these things, like at 4:30. So there's other activities happening, but these are the main things on the stage, right?
Well, we are going to be doing a formal opening ceremonies for the Tenjin Festival as well. So that's going to be right after the taiko drums perform.
That's right. Okay, so let's go back to sumo. All right.
People are just trying to get this in their system right now.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So what exactly do we have planned for sumo? We actually have something big planned for sumo. Again,
Literally.
Again, this is something we've been working on for a while. So the idea was, sumo is something that we wanted to add to Anime Matsuri, but it wasn't just like a meet and greet or something like a panel. We actually wanted an actual sumo event, like a live sumo event, or that event could be part of a national tournament, right? And this year will serve as an introduction to sumo, because this is the first time that sumo is happening at the convention, right? It's the first time we're going to have sumo at Anime Matsuri. Now, this is not confirmed. Now, it's not so don't take this. The sumo part is 95% confirmed, so it's not 100%.
So it's a kimono,
but
95%.
Yeah, but you'll have an idea of what we're planning, right? On Thursday, so this, what you see here, this is the main stage, right? Outside, but on Thursday, we're planning, I think some probably between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m., that time frame. So before the concert, in B3, an actual sumo event. So
Indoors.
indoors in B3 with the stadium seating, whole ring matchup. I mean, live, right? The outdoor stage at Tenjin Festival, what you see here, it's more of a sumo, like a Q&A, right? So the guys don't go at it. You know, we can do like a photo op or something like that, right? It's more of that. But what I'm talking about indoors in B3 is more of an event. And I think
It's gonna be wild.
yeah, it's gonna be wild. I think you guys are gonna,
I'm telling you.
this, yeah. So on Thursday, this obviously is open to Anime Matsuri attendees only.
And super pass holders, you will get the floor of versus the other attendees behind you, and on the bleachers in B3, which because it has bleachers. So yay.
Yeah,
Huge. I guess.
yeah. So yeah, we're talking about 7,000 people capacity in B3, and this is something that we would like to do every year, at the convention. So there you go. This is tentative. What you see here. This is what we're planning. We're hoping to make this final sometime next week, and when the official announcement goes up, then you'll know and you can see.
Get excited and share away when it does, because this is something extremely new for Anime Matsuri, but also new for Houston. In terms of what's happening in collaboration with different groups and within our convention.
Yeah.
So this is presented by Anime Matsuri, this Tenjin Festival outdoor festival, and with all this stuff, including the beer garden next door, including tents with games and whatnot. And so this is the Tenjin Festival. Is all these things outside, where we're talking about from on Discovery Green Lawn, in front of the convention center. So it's just been a wild ride so far, this journey of creating this festival, dreaming about it for a few years now, and actually putting it together slowly, and now it's coming to fruition. So we're really excited to bring this to you guys this year, and in the future years of Anime Matsuri. So extremely wild.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed this, and definitely participate and encourage others to check it out, because this is a lot of work in the making, but also extremely fun. And this has not been here, in this part of the country, in terms of the South here. And I think this is going to be really exciting for everyone to experience. So please do so when you get to Anime Matsuri.
Yeah, so that's some exciting stuff happening outdoors. Obviously, Anime Matsuri has a big nightlife.
Yes.
We keep the party going till 4 in the morning. There's stuff going on everywhere. The food trucks are gonna be there until that time. Even when the restaurants downtown close,
The
right?
food trucks are still open.
The food trucks are still open, and tea house, the different areas there. I mean, we keep it going.
Yeah, I think the restaurants close latest is at 11, and so we're gonna keep going with the food trucks, and they're ready for that too, guys. And again, downtown is gonna be quite busy, so you can imagine having this festival as part of Anime Matsuri, the food trucks out there, all this stuff outdoors as well as indoors this year. But on top of that, you have like things that are going on at Minute Maid Park with the Astros games playing and whatnot. So you guys are gonna have your hands full. I hope that you guys are planning your schedule, making sure that you're working out and getting your cosplays together, and just prepare yourselves. Book your hotels, get people together, and have a reunion and celebrate with us. It's gonna be so exciting this year. So many new things that we want to share with you and experience with you. So please make it to AM, because it's going to be I think it'll blow your minds, some of the displays that we're going to be putting together for you, and just the activities alone, and seeing cosplay again, like in the convention center, outside the convention center, so all that stuff. So we really appreciate that you guys are coming and are sharing away what we're going to be planning for the convention.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yep. If you have any questions, just let us know. We can answer a few questions. We are. Wow.
Scroll up.
Yeah, I know it's late already.
I know we have a lot to do still. We're gonna get to our Japanese emails.
Yeah, we have
international emails that we have to get to.
But Sinclair is asking how the press pass is doing, reviewing them yet. Yes, I think by next week, all the emails and
will go out.
Yeah, will go out for press. So so it's looking good.
I think the Art in War had a question, and I'm trying to go back. I remember saying that I'm gonna have to look at that again.
Oh, well, I think he was asking if you could buy extra badges.
Badges, yes, for artists and vendors. I don't think that's an option.
No, it is. It is an option.
Okay, just email artists at animematsuri.com, and I think they'll get you that link.
Is that not available on the artists?
That's for like if you bought like this.
You can add a badge on Eventbrite.
I know, but if you already bought during that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you need it as an additional is what he's saying. So you had to email artists at animematsuri.com and they'll answer that for you or give you the link for that. So we'll get to you on that.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much, and for your support and for your time. We really appreciate it. And the convention is what it is because of you guys. Yep. And this is going to be something special this year.
We're going to celebrate together.
I know.
All these things. Yes. And, just having a convention again and being together, I think is just already a celebration. So thank you guys so much for joining us on our chat, on this live stream. And please be sure to subscribe and share away this conversation as well. We hope to see you again very soon. And we'll be on Insta stories and whatnot as well. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Talk to you soon, guys. Stay well and stay nerdy. Good night.
Good night. Night.